Now, here's a little story I got to tell.
Testing. 1, 2. Are we live yet? So I'm debating whether or not I should be doing this on a bi-weekly basis. Something in between the stories. I mean, after all, that's what the podcast is about. It's about individual stories, real stories from real people. And I thought that in between that time, I can share just some abstract thoughts, maybe past experiences, failures, victories, personal reflections, all that jazz. And I'm really not too sure if anybody will be interested, but we're going to give it a shot. I think it all ties in together because this is about sharing in that authentic human experience. And with that being said, I hope everybody's feeling well. I got a question for you. How many ever faced their shadow? It's like the boogeyman in a closet or something like a cellar dweller lurking in the basement of our own subconscious. And it keeps a lot of residue from your past where there's leftover hurt, failures, trauma, fear, that shame. It's there, and most of the time, it lies undealt with. And most of the time, we're caught up in our day-to-day play, but it's lying there. It's still tucked away, and it's going unnoticed, just left alone to be. But then one day, something happens, or someone's actions bring parts of that shadow to the surface. Those hidden pieces that were tightly stashed to the side. It's like the lights come on. And then you can start to feel uncomfortable, maybe even guilty or disgusted. It's like a little bit of sewage water touching your tongue. But what's with the reaction? You might find yourself getting defensive, or it can even distort itself into a superiority complex, as if you're holier than thou, and as if you don't know what it's like to have ever rolled in the mud. Then that can turn into some inner banter along the lines of, who are you to judge? You're no better. Life happens. It's happening all around us. Unless you're tucked away in a cave somewhere. But even then, there's still you. There's still me to deal with. Forgiving ourselves, letting go of guilt and shame by embracing all those emotions when they do rise up and not putting them on the shelf or trying to ignore them or hide from them. That's something I'm still working on. And I know for me, that's an area that still has a lot of room for improvement. Just a little something to get off the chest. Be sure to tune in next week. There's another story, and it'll be with Pepper Ann. She's a nonfiction true crime author who has a story to tell about everything that she had to go through to get her story out, to get her truth out. And if you're into true crime, bank robberies, cattle being rustled, everything from hostages being held to jailbreaks, well, her story has all of that. And also the grit, the determination, and the will to stand on her principle, no matter what. And a big thank you to all the listeners, everybody supporting the show. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And also, if you're listening and enjoying what we're doing so far, let me know what platform you're plugged into. Share it with somebody. Let's spread this thing out organically. And if you'd like to be a part of the show and share your story, or maybe even a story of someone in your life that has impacted you in a positive way, reach out to me, shoot me an email. I'd be happy to connect. Until next time, and very soon, peace.
Looking for a sign to know I'm on the right road. Ain't seen no sign since